What's up, guys? Welcome to another Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam commentary. And as you watch this game, take note as how beastly my team is. This map, as many of you know if you've played it, is a hard map to attack on because of the simple fact that in the first two objectives, the other team, when you're attacking, has a huge advantage because they can lock your team into a horrible spawn lock that's just so hard to overcome. But this team does an excellent job at taking over the field and taking the advantage. So watch how this game progresses because it is very interesting and very intense. But anyways, I would like to remind you guys to not to forget to download and install my toolbar. Link is in the description box, and it is compatible with Google Chrome, Safari, Internet Explorer, and Firefox. So check out my toolbar and install it. So basically, this commentary is going to be about Battlefield 3, and what a lot of you guys have seen so far are gameplay trailers and teaser trailers and that awesome music that is always in the trailers has made you want to get this game. But what a lot of you guys do not understand is that there's a difference between Bad Company and Battlefield. Even though they're both part of the same series, they're both Battlefield, there is still a difference between the two, and one of the main differences is that the maps are bigger on Battlefield than they are on Bad Company. And the Battlefield series, the regular Battlefield series, includes fighter jets, and that's pretty much a very awesome thing that's going to be going on in Battlefield 3. I cannot wait to see what type of fighter jets are going to be included. My hope is for F-22 Raptors, and I don't know why, but I want this jet to be in the game. The A-10 Thunderbolts. If you guys have ever played Bad Company 2, and you've seen, like, for example, on Arica Harbor, there's the part where the jets fly over and spray the ground with fire. It's basically, that's the Gatling gun on the front, and it fires heavy rounds to the ground and it destroys anything in its path. And I do believe that in the Battlefield 3 teaser trailer, you saw the helicopter get destroyed by it because you heard the Gatling gun before the helicopter was destroyed. So hopefully that is the A-10 Thunderbolt, and hopefully you will be able to fly it in the game because that's gonna be fucking awesome. But I wanna read you guys a paragraph that was included, that's featured on the EA website. You could go to ea.com/battlefield3 and read this yourself. But I'm gonna read it right here for you guys because this really gives you in depth what you're going to be experiencing in Battlefield 3 when it comes out. So here it goes. Battlefield 3 leaps ahead of its time with the power of Frostbite 2, the next installment of DICE's cutting-edge game engine. This state-of-the-art technology is the foundation on which Battlefield 3 is built, delivering enhanced visual quality, a grand sense of scale, massive destruction, dynamic audio, and incredibly lifelike character animations. As bullets whiz by, walls crumble, and explosions throw you to the ground, the battlefield feels more alive and interactive than ever before. In Battlefield 3, players step into the role of the elite U.S. Marines, where they will experience heart-pounding missions across diverse locations including Paris, Tehran, and New York. Boom! That paragraph right there just grasps you and brings you into what Battlefield 3 is going to be all about. And a couple of the features that is going to be included in Battlefield 3 is the Frostbite 2.0 engine. And basically what this engine does is create better lighting and graphics. And as you see the gameplay that has been out so far, you can see how the character animations are much better. Like for example, when the military soldier, I think it was a Marine. I don't know if there's Army included in this game too, but it seemed like Marine. So when the Marine got shot by that sniper, you saw how his body react, and the animation was just executed so perfectly, and it looked real lifelike. And if you looked even closer, you can see his rifle fall out of his hands. Like, he just tosses the rifle up because it comes out of his hands. A lot of times in games, the rifle will just fall down, like without physics from being tossed out of his hands or anything like that. And you can see these amazing animations put into work. Another example is in the gameplay trailer that they showed. When the U.S. Marine pushes himself into the door, you can see him toss all his weight and how it affects the physics of him pushing the door down and everything like that. It's just amazing, and when this game comes out, hopefully it will be the best game that I've ever played. I right now I have no doubts that it is, so hopefully it will live up to all the hype. Another thing is that there's going to be multiplayer maps set in Paris, New York, Tehran, and a lot of other maps out there. So hopefully when they say New York, they mean New York City, because New York is technically a state, you know, not, well, it is a state, not even technically. It's just a lot of people, when they say New York, they mean the city, but you never know what they really mean with this one. So hopefully it will mean the city, because that will mean intense urban warfare. Another thing is that the Frostbite 2 engine can realistically show how a building will fall. If you guys have played Bad Company 2, even though the graphics on the collapsing buildings and everything like that, Destruction 2.0 and everything like that was incredibly amazing, it's gonna be even better this time. It's gonna apparently show a building realistically collapsing in an earthquake, and that's probably gonna be something amazing with smoke and debris and everything like that. It's gonna feel more realistic. More things that are gonna be included are fighter jets, the prone position, and 64 players for PC, but the console version is gonna have 24 players. Now a lot of people have been talking about that, stating that because the consoles have 24 players, the bigger maps are gonna be a problem, because you're not gonna be able to find out where a lot of players are, because everybody's gonna be spread out too far. But my suggestion to them would just to make the console maps a bit smaller than the PC maps, just so that the 24 players can actually fit and everything like that. Because if you guys have ever played Battlefield 1943, those maps are kind of big if you think about it, and you know, they have airplanes in that game, and it works out perfectly. And Battlefield 1943 is very balanced, so maybe they could implement a bit of those features from Battlefield 1943 into Battlefield 3, and that'll hopefully make the game more balanced and make it very enjoyable, even though the maps are type big. But we'll just have to see what that's gonna bring. And for those of you guys who are asking me whether or not I'm gonna be buying the Battlefield 3 for PC, it all depends on when I get my updated video card. I'm probably gonna get it by the time Battlefield 3 comes out, so most likely I will be getting Battlefield 3 for the PC. Another feature that has been shown, not even it's gonna be included, has been shown in the gameplay trailer, is dragging your fallen teammates, your fallen comrades, into safety. If you saw the gameplay trailer, the guy gets shot, the sniper, the amazing character animations take place, and then the guy who's the main character in the game, who you see, who you're into, like the first-person shooter guy, he drags that guy into safety. And another feature that is apparently going to be included is you're going to be able to mount your weapons on almost any part of the terrain. So it's basically like if you have a light machine gun, for example, an M249 saw, you're going to be able to mount it, and that'll reduce the amount of recoil, and that'll make it much better to defend key positions such as MCOM stations and flags if Conquest and Rush do happen to return, which most likely they will be returning, because those game modes are very, very great. So that's going to be interesting to see, and it's going to make it much more convenient to secure locations and defend it from enemy fire, enemy troops inbound to take over that position. And last but not least, the limited edition will grant access to a download content. It's basically the same way Medal of Honor granted you access to the Battlefield 3 beta. The limited edition and Battlefield 2, Bad Company 2 gave you the VIP code. The limited edition for Battlefield 3, you have to pre-order to get this. It's going to include a download content pack called Back to Karkan. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but it will include 4 maps and several weapons and vehicles brought over from Battlefield 2. So it's interesting to see what vehicles and weapons are going to return. Hopefully some of the fighter jets from Battlefield 2. Because I have Battlefield 2, even though I haven't played it a lot yet, I'm going to get more into it to try to get myself prepared for Battlefield 3. So that's about everything I know about Battlefield 3 right now. And hopefully when the game comes out, it will live up to its expectations, and it's going to be a great game. I have no doubt that it's going to fail, but you know, there's always that chance that it is, because you know, I felt this way when Modern Warfare 2 was about to come out, but look what happened there. It's set to release in Q4, most likely fall, but they said if it's not going to release in fall, it's going to end up releasing in the first quarter of 2012. So we're just going to have to see what's going to happen. Most likely, it's going to be released during the fourth quarter of 2011, but if not, then it's going to be released in 2012 during the first quarter. Another thing, a beta should be coming out before it releases, of course. For those of you guys who bought Medal of Honor, the Tier 1 edition, the limited edition, you will be getting a invitation to the beta, and it says it's a possibility on the beta. Available 1 year within Medal of Honor's release. So if there's no beta that comes out within 1 year of Medal of Honor's release, so basically 1 year, so basically before October 12th, 2011, if there's no beta before October 12th, 2011, then there is not going to be beta invitations for those who bought Medal of Honor. But hopefully there is going to be a beta, because that's going to help make the game much more better. Well, I'm going to definitely be getting Battlefield 3 when it comes out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. You saw how beastly my team went, just crushing through the enemy's lines, and I did pretty well. And I was going for the objectives. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Till next time, peace.